Welcome back to my channel, guys. Welcome back. As we all know that Harry recently met, of course, with Charles Spencer, and then it was reported, and I'm sure that you have seen this around the world, that apparently Harry had conversations with Charles about changing the last name. He wants his last name to be Spencer. He wants Meghan's name to be Spencer, from Mountbatten Windsor to Spencer, and we know all of this, right? In honor of his late mother. Now, as many people pointed out, wouldn't that just literally, Meghan really fantasy about? I mean, is it not something Meghan would love to have, or would have come true suddenly for Meghan Markle? Is a dream come true for Meghan Markle if she could get the Spencer name, right? Do you think it will be a huge deal for Meghan Markle, right? If she is called Meghan Spencer. She tried to push it a little bit further. Okay. She tried to push it a little bit further. Not just the name, but something else. So what something else we are talking here about? So she really wanted something else. So by appearing on the Drew Barrymore show, as we have seen and heard, Meghan made a huge announcement to the world that she should be called Meghan Sussex, not Meghan Markle anymore, rather Meghan Sussex, right? That's what she wanted everybody to call her from now on. Now, when Harry met Charles Spencer and all those things happened, something else actually happened. I will mention to you in a second. But Meghan Markle, Drew Barrymore show, she made this announcement that called me Meghan Sussex, and Drew Barrymore herself said Meghan Sussex. And then we have, seen with love Meghan, whatever. Nobody picks up on this at all. What I'm trying to get you at is the fact that Meghan Markle is pushing this narrative somehow that she should be called with a different name, not Meghan Markle anymore. Okay, that's the point. And Mindy Kaling stuff happened too. She wanted Mindy Kaling to fix her wording when it comes to calling Meghan Markle. Do not call me Meghan Markle, call Meghan Sussex. And all of those things, drama, nonsense happened, right? But guess what? It will always be Meghan Markle. It will always be Meghan Markle because, no, it's not going to change. Prince Harry, now, this is where things get very, very interesting. And this is coming from an insider information. Prince Harry had a bigger fish to fry when he met Charles Spencer. When he went over to see Earl Spencer, Charles Spencer, there is Prince Harry basically claiming, of course, that, he now had a thought. Okay? He now had a thought about changing his family name to Spencer. I mean, can you imagine Prince Harry doing this? Well, I guess you can, because he is just an absolute asshole, right? He's very low down, Prince Harry. I mean, think about this. His father is fighting cancer, and all in the middle of all of this struggle and stress, he wants to shun the family name and change it to something else. I mean, obviously, he's not making it easier for his father whatsoever. Now, bad things happen with everyone, but what you can do when your son is turning against you. But we know exactly what a piece of work Meghan is. I mean, Harry is one piece of work, Meghan is another piece of work, and she was kicked out from so many places, and especially the podcast was so horrible for Meghan Markle. She couldn't get anything. Especially from Spotify. I mean, they just called her out and called her grifter and all that. So Meghan Markle, she sent Prince Harry over to UK to Charles Spencer and have him talk to Charles Spencer about the name, right? But guess what? It was not just the name. It was not just the name. It was something else too. What was there something else? Well, the something else was, as we know, guys, these people, like Charles Spencer or Spencer, they are very, very important, especially when you do podcast, right? Because they belong to the Spencer family, and if they come to your podcast show, of course people are going to be more likely tuning in than if Meghan is just doing it all by herself. And Meghan Markle, she decided, you know what, I'm gonna be sending Harry to Charles Spencer and have him talk about making, Meghan Markle's podcast a success by inviting Charles Spencer to the podcast, also by helping Meghan Markle, because Charles Spencer, these royal family members, they have good experience. Okay, they have really good experience about podcasting and how it works. The rabbit hole, for example, the podcast. And so, according to the source, Harry wanted to have a chat with Earl Spencer and possibly set up a call with Meghan to see how well he has coped being a podcast star. Again, we're talking about Charles Spencer. And if you don't know, if you don't know this, he has his own podcast. It's called The Rabbit Hole. It's very successful, alongside former Reverend Richard Coles and another guest. It's just done. It's very well done. It would not be difficult to work out why it's done well, because great conversation. It's great conversation. He has got good guests, and he has got wonderful, warm interaction. So podcast, for it to be successful, I mean, you have to have good guests, and also you need to talk about things that will make sense, unlike what Meghan does and Meghan says. It makes absolutely no sense. So when we see Harry talking about, the Spencer name and all of these things, what is really happening is that Harry went to Charles Spencer, over to UK in order to have him call Meghan Markle and set up a meeting in order to help her with her podcast career, which is already over even before it started. So guys, Harry once again is begging for Meghan Markle, just like he begged from Beyonce to have Meghan Markle participate in a voiceover. If you do not remember the story, you should, because it's very famous. So again, Harry is proving himself to be an absolute lapdog of Meghan Markle. Subscribe for more videos. See you in the next one.